Entrepreneur and e-commerce pioneer Jeff Bezos is the founder and CEO of the e-commerce company Amazon, owner of the Washington Post, and founder of the space exploration company Blue Origin. As of late 2021, Jeff Bezos is the second richest person on Earth, with his personal fortune eclipsing the wealth amassed by Microsoft Corp. Co-founder Bill Gates and legendary investor Warren Buffett. Want to know about it? Well, stay tuned to the video and watch the video till the end. Hello guys, welcome to Bezos Space. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications to get new updates about Jeff Bezos. Hit the like button to show your support, and in today's video, we're going to discuss Jeff Bezos just revealed how big Amazon really is. So without any further ado, let's begin. According to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, Bezos has a net worth of $178.5 billion. Since its creation in 1994, Amazon has grown far beyond books. It has become almost synonymous with online shopping while building a large physical footprint of warehouses and stores, a workforce of more than 600,000 people, and a cloud business used extensively by the US government, among others. Its considerable online presence is such that, in 2012, 1% of all internet traffic in North America traveled in and out of Amazon.com data centers. Amazon.com is a vast internet-based enterprise that sells books, music, movies, housewares, electronics, toys, and many other goods, either directly or as the middleman between other retailers and Amazon.com's millions of customers. Amazon often uses a version of the 5% sales figure to counter critics who say the company is too big and powerful. But government investigations into big technology companies are looking at the behavior of big tech, not just their size. They're trying to answer whether companies abuse their power to get advantages over competitors and hurt us. To put things in perspective, this is more than Amazon's top 3 competitors combined, with eBay coming in at 6.6%, Apple at 3.9%, and Walmart at 3.7%. Needless to say, Amazon is the leader in online sales with no sign of slowing down anytime soon. Amazon Web Services (AWS), the cloud platform offered by Amazon.com Incorporated (AMZN), has become a giant component of the e-commerce giant's business portfolio. In the second quarter of 2021, AWS brought in a record $14.8 billion in net sales, accounting for just over 13% of Amazon's total net sales. Having grown steadily in the 30% range the past few quarters, AWS is a frontrunner to other cloud computing platforms such as competitor Microsoft Azure. AWS launched in 2006 from the internal infrastructure that Amazon.com built to handle its online retail operations. AWS is separated into different services, each can be configured in different ways based on the user's needs. Users should be able to see configuration options and individual server maps for an AWS service. AWS has 81 availability zones in which its servers are located. AWS was one of the first companies to introduce a pay-as-you-go cloud computing model that scales to provide users with computing storage or throughput as needed. AWS offers many different tools and solutions for enterprises and software developers that can be used in data centers in up to 190 countries. Groups such as government agencies, education institutions, nonprofits, and private organizations can use AWS services. Bezos hit a different sort of milestone in 2018 when he established the Day One Fund after becoming the subject of growing scrutiny over how little money he'd publicly given to charity. Along with his then-wife Mackenzie Scott, the budding philanthropist committed $2 billion to funding existing nonprofits that help homeless families and creating a network of new nonprofit Tier 1 preschools in low-income communities. Bezos and Scott announced their divorce the following year. Since then, Scott has begun giving away her wealth publicly, first signing the Giving Pledge and then revealing at the end of 2020 that she had given away $4 billion in 4 months in 2020. He also has a lakeside property in Washington state on which he spent $28 million to increase the living space to almost 30,000 square feet. It's a mistake to race to a deadline when you're talking about a flying vehicle, especially one that you're gonna put people on, Bezos told the New York Times in 2017. I still think we can do commercial paying passengers in 2018. The company has yet to send a human to space. While Amazon.com famously started as a bookseller, Bezos contended from its start that the site was not merely a retailer of consumer products. He argued that Amazon.com was a technology company whose business was simplifying online transactions for consumers. Financial journalists and analysts disparaged the company by referring to it as Amazon.bomb. Doubters claimed Amazon.com ultimately would lose in the marketplace to established bookselling chains such as Borders and Barnes & Noble once they had launched competing e-commerce sites. The lack of company profits until the final quarter of 2001 seemed to justify its critics. Speaking of Amazon Prime, the company now counts approximately 63 million people among its subscriber base, or about 25% of the total US adult population. That number may underestimate the true coverage, however, since it doesn't account for multiple adults in one household all sharing the same Prime account. As of 2015, Amazon estimated its fulfillment centers were within 20 miles of 31% of the US population and within 20 miles of 50 to 65% of its core, same-day accessible market. A back-of-the-envelope calculation reveals all those packages, not including padded envelopes, yield roughly 26,400 square miles of cardboard. The total land area of West Virginia, meanwhile, is just north of 24,000 square miles. What we're seeing in real life from Amazon and beyond are big ripples effect from a small market share. Likewise, Uber and Lyft represent a fraction of the miles driven in the United States, but have significantly contributed to increased traffic. If only a tiny percentage of American office workers do their jobs from home when the pandemic ends, it could alter the function and finances of some cities. Our vision is to be Earth's most customer-centric company, to build a place where people can come to find and discover anything they might want to buy online. This is Amazon's mission statement as part of its mission to help customers discover anything they might want to buy online. It's crucial for Amazon to sell as many different products as possible across as many industries as possible. This is great for Amazon, but it's also quite daunting for sellers. On a platform that is endlessly seeking to increase its product offerings, the competitive climate is at an all-time high. Jeff Bezos has likened Amazon Web Services to the utility companies of the early 1900s. 100 years ago, a factory needing electricity would build its own power plant, but once the factories were able to buy electricity from a public utility, the need for pricey private electric plants subsided. AWS is trying to move companies away from physical computing technology and onto the cloud. Traditionally, companies looking for large amounts of storage would need to physically build a storage space and maintain it. Storing on a cloud could mean signing a pricey contract for a large amount of storage space that the company could grow into. Building or buying too little storage could be disastrous if the business took off and expensive if it didn't. Amazon also has partnerships with several technology vendors that ease hybrid cloud deployments. VMware Cloud on AWS brings software-defined data center technology from VMware to the AWS cloud. Red Hat Enterprise Linux for Amazon EC2 is the product of another partnership extending Red Hat's operation system to the AWS cloud. Bezos has an affinity for the technology sector for media and communication services that facilitate connecting people and for just what he considers to be potentially profitable investments. In the media and communications sector, Bezos has invested in Twitter Incorporated and the popular business news website Business Insider. ZocDoc Incorporated and Nextdoor are both platforms for connecting people in which Bezos has invested. Squinting back through the years, it's hard to see the dorky guy who started Amazon in the 90s. It's almost as though that guy retreated into an office in Seattle sometime around Y2K and emerged a decade later with a chiseled physique, a network of mansions, presumably filled with Hollywood stars, and a plan to fly tourists to the moon. Now that we've come to the end of this video, I want to thank you for sticking with me, and I'd love to know what you think of it. Just comment down below. Also, if you like this video, make sure you like it and stay safe. Today's video is over, but if you want to see more, there's one on your screen right now, and there are a few more fun videos coming soon. I'll see you in the next video.